Hello guys, welcome back to Leet Logics. Today we'll be going to solve the problem max dot product of two subsequence. It is a Leetcode hard problem and the number for this is 1458. So in this question we are given uh, with two integer arrays nums1 and nums2, and we have to take two subsequence, one from nums1 and one from nums2, such that the multiplication of these uh, arrays as a dot product will be maximum. Like for example, we can take the example 2, 1, minus 2 and 5, and nums2 as 3, 0 and minus 6. So we can take subsequence 2 and minus 2 from nums1 and 3 and minus 6 from nums2. And when we multiply this, it will be 2 into 3, that is 6, and minus 2 into minus 6, that will be 12. So this will be the maximum possible dot product between any two subsequence of nums1 and nums2. So for this question, I thought of a dynamic programming approach and I used a 2D DP array to solve the problem initially. But now I will be going to write a more space optimized method or a function for you guys. So let's start with defining the length, one dot length. I will define the nums2 dot length in m in n. Now we have to take two arrays of size n plus 1, because we are replacing the DP array, which would be of size n plus 1 and n plus 1 with just two arrays of size n plus 1. So we'll need two of them. One is the current and other will be the previous. And we need to initialize the arrays with integer minimum. There is a reason to initialize the arrays with integer minimum, because for this example you can see the uh, nums1 is actually -1 and -1, and nums2 is 1 1. So the actual max product will be -1. So if we take the current and the previous, like we can take the array, if we take the arrays as 0, this -1 will never get into the array, because this will be always smaller than, and whenever we are checking or whenever we are applying mat.max function, this thing will not go inside our uh, current whatever we are iterating, current product. So that's why there is a need to initialize the current and the previous with integer minimums. Now what we have to do is that now we will iterate through the nums. First I will iterate through the nums I array, and then inside it, using nested for looping, we will iterate through the j loop. J. We'll iterate the j on the nums2. So let me write the basic for loops, iterating over the nums1, then iterating to the nums of 2. Now here we will take a current product, and we are taking this because we want to check if there is a product which is possible, so that it will add some value to the final answer. Then we'll store in the current product. So it will be I minus 1 into nums2 of j minus 1. And now what we will do is that we will store the current current we have to use multiple mat.max functions because there are multiple comparisons. The first comparison will be the current product along with the previous. Actually, the current and the previous arrays used in this solution are like previous is the previous array that would have been of the 2D DP if we have used, and the current is the current row of the DP array which is being used. So after the iteration, we have to do like current, we have to put the current into the previous because for the next iteration, the previous will be what the current is now. I hope you get it. Otherwise, if you don't get it, please do write it in the comments. I will explain better next time. And we also have to check with currents pre currents j minus 1 if it was greater. And lastly, we have to check if current if there is something that can be added. That is 0, let's say j minus 1. Now let me check if everything is correct here. So we are checking the current product with previous of j. We are also checking current of j minus 1. And then we are current product plus mat.max 0 and previous. Okay, this is fine. Now, as I told you that the current is actually the current row of what it have been of the 2DDP, and the previous row is actually the previous row of the of what it would have been of the 2DDP. So when we will move in the next iteration, the current will become previous. So we need to store the current into previous, but we cannot do it directly. We need to swap it. So for swapping, we'll do data in temp. Now simply we have to return the last, that is this one. Let me run it for you guys. I think there is something wrong with the conditions. Let me check. So the problem was actually here. You can see it runs fine. We'll actually submit the code and we have good runtime as well. So if we talk about the time complexity is actually m into n because we are using two nested for loops. And if you talk about the space complexity, we are using two arrays of size n plus 1. So actually it will be 2 big O of 2n that boils down to actually 2 O of n. So this was my solution for today's problem. Uh, you can see we have solved Leetcode art in 10 minutes. So for this, please do like the video, share this video, and do subscribe to the channel. And also write your opinions in the comment section that how should I improve. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.